Barcelona have one foot in the Champions League semi-finals after a sensational first-leg performance against Borussia Dortmund in their quarter-final tie at the Estadi Olympique Louis Companies. Barcelona dominated the early stages as they sought a fast start to the tie, and although they were initially denied by Dortmund, they managed to find the breakthrough after 25 minutes.
A corner sequence ended with Barça poking towards goal, and as he was just about to find the back of the net for the first time in the Champions League, Raphinha got the faintest touch to make it his own.
Dortmund should have equalised just before half-time as Guirassy fluffed a big chance, and he was made to pay as Barcelona doubled their advantage only 3 minutes into the second period. Yamal crossed for Raphinha, who headed back across goal for Robert Lewandowski to score from close range.
Just beyond the hour mark, Barcelona got their third goal of the evening, and it was a second for Lewandowski. A flowing move ended with Fermin Lopez cutting the ball back to the Polish striker, who made it 105 Champions League goals by finding the back of the net.
And Barcelona were not done there, as they got a fourth on 77 minutes. Raphinha played in Yamal, and with only Gregor Kobel to beat, the 17-year-old made no mistake to cap off a wonderful performance from Hansi Flick's side.
Barcelona will go to the Signal Iduna Park next Tuesday with a very healthy advantage. They are not there yet, but it feels almost certain that they will progress to the semi-finals of the Champions League, where they would face one of Bayern Munich or Inter Milan, the latter 1-1 in their first leg at the Allianz Arena.
Now let's have a look at how Barca beat Dortmund with tactics that outplayed Dortmund, where scoreline could have been even worse for them.
Talking about the lineup, for the cam position, Fermin and Gavi were the only true competitors in the list. We wanted to score a lot of goals in this home game, so Fermin's goal threat was more valuable than Gavi's energy and control.
We had a great start to the game. During this time, we easily broke past Dortmund's mid-block. Our focus on wide danger, particularly down the left, was crucial. Frenkie and Pedri both leaned toward that side, overloading it. Pedri took advantage of Dortmund's defensive change by moving play to Lamine in isolation on the right if the ball to Raphinha wasn't on. Lewandowski's presence in the box made the width work, and Fermin, who played as a second striker, was also crucial.
We failed to score even though we created a lot of danger in the first 10 minutes. After that, Dortmund changed their strategy by moving their mid-block into a low block. This made it harder for Raphinha to sprint between the lines as well as making Pedri to drop deeper between them. Additionally, they were able to disable our left overload by cutting the direct switch to Yamal on the right. We eventually broke the deadlock thanks to a skillfully constructed set piece. A free kick from Fermin's far post was nodded back into the box for a cutback finish.
Dortmund felt forced to be more daring after that goal. They started taking advantage of our typical defensive weaknesses instead of aiming long balls. Yamal and Raphinha formed the initial pressing line, which frequently leaves our fullbacks particularly Count in 1v2 situations. Frenkie leaned farther to the right to back Count in order to stop that, which contributed in Adami's failing. However, when Frenkie was dragged wider, it occasionally opened up a space in midfield, causing 1CB to go out of position and providing Guirassy more freedom. Fortunately, he missed the two significant opportunities he had.
We always had those two up there at every counter, so our pressing shape, Lamine and Raphinha pushing centrally helped on counter-attack, but disrupted us defensively. Unfortunately, due to poor passing, wasteful finishing, or just poor choices, we were unable to convert any of these into scores.
After the first half, Flick fixed the most of the problems from the first half. The biggest change was to stop using the left side overload and concentrate on Lamine Yamal's side on the right flank. Both Frenkie and Pedri are now leaning to the right, with Fermin and Count providing support. Lamine started to see more of the ball and frequently found himself in 1v1 situations, which is his favorite way to cause harm. The effect was instantaneous. 2 minutes into the second half, Raphinha helped Lewandowski with our second goal after Lamine had sent a precise cross to him.
In this stage, we also began to use counters much more efficiently. Transitions were the source of both the third and fourth goals. The third, in particular, was the result of an incredible Lamine-Fermin combination, which was completed by Louis' late run and again clever movement.
In terms of defense, Flick saw that a high press was unstable because of fatigue, so the squad switched to a mid-press, with the backline lowering deeper to prevent through balls and maintain the offside trap because there was less pressure on the ball.
Gavi was then included by Flick to strengthen defensive coverage. Gavi ensured that Frenkie could remain centre and that the right side was protected, even if Lamine didn't always track back. Gittins' move to the left didn't make much of a difference because Dortmund was still unable to pose a serious threat in this half.
Following the fourth goal, which effectively ended the game, Flick made wise substitutions to rest important players and provide defensive security. He substituted Garcia to give extra cover as ADM and Ferran to provide a better work rate in pushing.
We can dominate possession or attack on the counter, push high or defend deep, and this squad is beginning to demonstrate the real diversity. Here, Flick is creating something very comprehensive, and if it keeps going this way, it must result in trophies.
To conclude, Barcelona delivered a masterclass, thrashing Dortmund 4-0 in the Champions League quarter-final first leg. Raphinha, Lewandowski brace, and Yamal showcased their lethal attacking prowess, dismantling a lacklustre Dortmund. Hansi Flick's side dominated possession and chances, securing a commanding lead. Barca's relentless brilliance leaves Dortmund's semi-final hopes hanging by a thread. What are your thoughts on the game? Comment down below. Subscribe for more Barca-related videos.